The kettle is no well at Fir Park. In fact, you could say it has boiled over as Stuart Kettlewell has decided to walk away and leave the club. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Stuart Kettlewell, he's done it. Despite being in a good position, he's decided to pack his bags and leave. There was rumours that he was leaving because of depression. Scottish football, I mean, I think we all know, unless you support Celtic, you all know what it feels like to be depressed, because, I mean, we've all had periods where our teams are absolutely shite, but you look at Stuart Kettlewell's team, you look at Motherwell, you look at the league position, and you're thinking, hold on, this isn't too bad. They're doing okay. You know, they picked up decent results. They're in the top six. Why would the fans be so unhappy? Why would Kettlewell be unhappy with his job at the club? Why would he walk away when he's doing pretty good in this position? And that's what we're going to look at today. But, I mean, we are hearing now that fans were apparently, you know, at their ends. They wanted him gone, not happy with the style of football. I mean, at the end of the day, they're Motherwell, they're not Real Madrid. I'm not too sure what they want. It's not like they were... If they're playing the style of football that's bad and you're 11th or 10th, then I can almost understand it. But I think when you're Motherwell and you haven't spent a lot of money and, you know, every season you're losing your best players, if some guy's got you in the top half of the table, like, what right do you really have to give him abuse? Well, I mean, you shouldn't be giving anybody abuse, I guess, technically, but, I mean, what right? I don't understand it. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody comes in and does a worse job than Stuart Kettlewell. This could be the downfall of Motherwell. I think they'll be all right this season, but and even then, they're doing a lot better than I predicted. I think I had them finishing 8th or 9th, and so far, you know, they're a few places above that. So, yeah, strange one for me. Kettlewell deciding to throw the towel in.
Yeah, strange one for me too. Don't understand it. They sit 5th, as you pointed out. I mean, what the Motherwell fans truly want. End of the day, right? Even if they finish 5th for 5 years in a row, right, and Motherwell fans have went, you know what, it's been a great 5 years, but I actually want a wee bit more. He should not be getting abused for finishing 5th and hovering around the top 6. I mean, what do Motherwell fans truly want? I mean, they're 6 points off 3rd. They're 6 points off a guaranteed European position next season. Bear in mind if one of the old firm win the Scottish Cup. So I don't understand it, right? And I mean, I'm not at Fir Park every week, obviously, but I just find this baffling that he receives abuse off the Motherwell fans, game in, game out. I actually find it absolutely crazy. Now, they have lost their last 3 games in a row. They have gone 4 without a victory, and they have just won 1-9. Obviously, back-to-back defeats against St Johnstone is not a good look, right? But Jesus Christ, man, there's clubs in way worse nicks than Motherwell, man, at the minute. And that doesn't automatically mean that managers should get abused, but, I mean, is there an argument to be had here that Stuart Kettlewell should have thicker skin, or is that ship sailed?
Well, I mean, if you're in management, if you're in football, well, you know what it's like. It's important to the fans. You're getting paid decent money. He's getting paid more than the average job. I think you do need to be able to take some form of criticism.
No, you do. And
I mean, at the end of the day, sticks and stones will break your bones. You should be able to handle some words. I mean, despite what those words are, let's be honest, people in regular jobs from time to time will get abused by customers.
We've all had it.
And they're not getting paid anything special. So I do think it is embarrassing, man. And like, unless you've been targeted or something like that, or your family gets targeted, then I guess that's a bit different. But I mean, I think that football managers or anybody in football, when you're in a high-paying profession or when you're in the public spotlight, you almost have to expect stuff like this is going to happen.
Yep. Now the club,
but I don't think he deserves it based on his form.
No,
actually,
that's why it's. I mean, he's resigned. The club haven't sacked him. Now the club have stated. Stuart explained that some of the personal abuse was now affecting his family to the point where they didn't wish to attend games. End of quote. Now, I believe this was more the fact that the family weren't getting abused, but they were sick of him getting abused, so they didn't want to attend anymore. I mean, let's be honest, right? I think the fact that he's resigned due to this, he's never going to get a big club. Because, you know, the bigger the club you go to, the more abuse you're going to get. He's not good enough, right, in my opinion, to manage a Rangers or a Celtic, obviously, but if he was good enough, they'd be like, well, look, he resigned from Motherwell for getting abuse. If he comes here, that's all he's going to get.
Look at the abuse Clement gets. Before him, look
Rodgers
at the abuse.
Has got it.
Look at the abuse Naismith was getting.
Look at the abuse Beale got. Every manager gets abuse. So the fact of the matter is, but so
I mean, the only thing I could advise his family is don't go to the games.
yeah, and no, but that's it though. They're not going to the games because of this, and that is partly the reason. Well, I say partly. It appears to be the whole reason why Stuart Kettlewell has resigned. Now, Chief Executive Brian Caldwell told his club website, and I quote, "It's really sad that Stuart felt that the time was right to move on. He had an exceptional record and has generated an impressive amount of transfer income for the club. He's been a crucial factor in the development of Motherwell Academy graduates as well as developing young loan players during his tenure. When Stuart approached me, I was very disappointed to learn the effect this was having on his family and how he was feeling. No manager, player or club employee, every one of whom gives their all for the club, should feel this way. As a fan-owned, community-driven football club, we will always look after our own." End of quote. Well, he touched a bit on the record there. Let's hear the record. So, 92 matches managed for Motherwell, 37 wins, 23 draws, 32 losses. It's a 40.22% win ratio.
That's a good percentage for a team like Motherwell.
I would agree.
That is very good.
Now, it's lower than his average overall as a manager, but I think what you've got to bear in mind here, when he was co-manager at Ross County, no idea he was co-manager, didn't know those things existed, he had a 44.21% win ratio, but when he was actual manager at Ross County, he had a 29.17% win ratio.
I mean, I would argue a 40% would be good for the three big clubs in Scotland, Aberdeen, Hearts and Hibs, so
Yeah.
for him to have that at Motherwell, I think is really impressive.
Yeah, I think if you've got more wins than losses for a team outside the top five, that's good.
No, it is, and I mean
Because when you
that's a good
factor in the
record.
draws, you mean your point. I mean, if you easily a good average of points there. So yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, just you hear the big statement there for Brian Caldwell. He didn't want rid of him. So the way he's like, "Oh, we're massively disappointed and really sad," and terminology used like that. Sounds like he was never close to getting the sack, and rightfully so. He shouldn't have been getting the sack despite 1 in 9. So it is a weird one, guys. But Stuart Kettlewell, will he get another job soon? By the sounds of it, no. But as I pointed out earlier, if you can't take abuse in this game, maybe the game's not for you.
Yeah, you're not going to go far, are you?
Yeah, and I think that's just the reality of it. But I mean, I get it. I don't think it's not really abuse for rival fans. It's more from his own fans. But again, I will defend him to a degree. I don't really think he's got anything to be abused over. You know what I mean? I don't see why Motherwell fans are calling him out and, calling him bad names and all that stuff. He's sitting fifth in the league, 6 points behind Dundee United. A pretty good win percentage. Nowhere near relegation. I mean, what more can you really ask for?
Not a lot.
He's helped create players.
Hanging on to
he's helped create. I mean, as they
European
pointed out, he helped create, big transfer fees. I mean, Lennon Miller, he's helped create his career.
Yeah, but Motherwell, every year, they lose their best players and they don't replace them.
Yep.
Whether it be Van Veen, whether it be Theo Bear, there was two really important strikers that they left, and I mean, after one good season, both left. Spittle went to Hearts. I mean, there's loads more that you can talk about. So I think that's it's harsh. I mean, he lost Liam Kelly. It was his number one
in his
goalkeeper.
3 first months in charge, he picked up 30 points out of a possible 42.
I remember that run.
That's brilliant.
I'm pretty sure when he came in, Motherwell were bottom of the table.
They were. Now, assistant manager Stephen Frail will take charge of the team for Sunday's match at home to lead our Celtic. So maybe not the news Celtic would have wanted to hear, considering the fact that he had 1 win out of 9. Will they get a boost for this? I'm actually going to say no. I don't see why Motherwell would get a boost from a manager they didn't want to sack. It's a weird one. When a manager goes that he didn't want to go, I don't see any boost getting happened from it.
No, I think that rules out a manager boost, but we'll have to wait and see. Stuart Kettlewell's gone. I hope he can get back into football soon. I don't know if he wants to get back into football soon, to be honest. Maybe he's going to take some time away. But, the fact that he did leave, I know that you say that rules him out of a big job, but will that make it a little bit easier for him to find another job, considering that he's not coming off of a sacking?
Well, yeah, when you factor that in,
so that should help his stock a little bit. I think.
But if you're a club wanting to sign this guy as manager, you could be like, God, even if he does well, he might resign due to abuse.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Anyway, guys, Stuart Kettlewell's gone. I think he's done a good job at Motherwell. Surprising to see maybe the fans should have laid off his back a little bit. I mean, I think they definitely should have. Football could have been shite. I mean, that's one thing, but you can. I think you can only argue about football so much if the results are poor, man. If you're doing like what Motherwell are doing, then you have to give them a bit of leeway.
No, absolutely. But anyway, guys, we'll be back very soon. More content. Till next time. Peace.